1226 on Twitter to keep informed with the latest happening near you.
Help us fight for life and train the CSRA. Contact the American Heart Association for details.
Follow News 1226 on Instagram to see what's trending in your area.
On your side, this is News 12 First at 5.
Rain, rain, and more rain. That's the story across the CSRA. What all this rain means for our local rivers and creeks and how it's impacting some people's homes.
Plus, Governor Henry McMaster signing a bill today banning most abortions in South Carolina, but it's not quite a done deal. It's not yet, anyway. We'll explain. But first, this rainy weather, I'm sure, is on everyone's minds today, at least, though we're not dealing with what Texas is, Zayna.
You're right. And you know what? We just need to keep our rain boots and our umbrellas by the door so you don't forget it as you're stepping out. Right now, we're taking a look over Grovetown, and like we said, just rain and clouds. Anthony.
Yeah, guys, we're going to see that continue as we go through this evening. As we look outside, we could see some misty conditions in Grovetown. Now, over the last 48 hours, some locations have picked up more than 2 inches of rain, and over the last week, we've seen about 2 to 4 inches, just depending on where you are in the CSRA. So a lot of rain. Fortunately, though, as we get closer to this weekend, we are going to be able to dry things out just a little bit. Look at Doppler Max radar right now. Does show some clearer conditions here in Augusta as far as the rain is concerned. Some showers off in northern sections of the region, as well as near Screven, Allendale, and Bamberg County. Screven County, you do have an aerial flood advisory in effect for some more showers possible through the next couple of hours. So that flash flood watch in effect for a majority of the CSRA. That does go until Friday morning, right around 7 a.m. for pretty much the region south of I-20. Now, as we continue on through the next few hours, we're going to be keeping an eye on those showers, but the temperatures, they're on the cooler side as well. 39 degrees, a common number north of I-20, 37 in Saluda as well as in Washington. So, yeah, it's just a chilly evening out there. Now, as we look over I-20 in Augusta, we are seeing a very high Savannah River. Our temperatures right around 42 again inside Bobby Jones, and we're going to be feeling more like the mid-30s with those winds coming out of the northeast right around 12 miles per hour. And as we go through the next couple of days, fortunately, we're going to watch the chance for some showers only tomorrow morning. The afternoon does look dry. We'll stay nice and dry for this weekend. A chance for some showers on Monday, but the rest of next week is looking dry as well. Much more on next week's forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Guys, we'll send things back to you.
Thank you, Anthony. More rain means flooded creeks and rivers, and not just that, flooded homes, too. These are pictures from homes at Haines Station in Augusta. You can see puddles of water around the homes, in people's yards. It's just a mess. And our Nick Proto is live from the Greenway now in North Augusta. Nick, taking one for the team. I know it's cold out there. How are things looking?
It's not as cold as the first time we were out here, actually. But outside of the high water levels, the flooding, the rains really haven't affected people in here downtown in North Augusta too much. The same cannot be said for those folks over in Beach Island. They have not been so lucky. We spoke with one woman who says her yard and her house flood just about every time there's a big rainstorm like this. She lives at the bottom of a hill over there on Diamond Street, and the water flows down the road and cuts into the woods, which lead right into Annie Jenkins' backyard. Jenkins has lived there since 1995, and she tells me the flooding has gotten progressively worse over the years. She says water will sit in her crawl space for months at a time, and it's brought a lot of damage to the house.
I had replaced the back bedroom floor 2 or 3 times, the bathroom floor, hall bathroom floor about 3 or 4 times. The kitchen floor needs repairing. There's probably mold up under the house.
We also spoke with the Corps of Engineers about how these high water levels could affect the rest of the CSRA. We'll have their response coming up at News 12 at 6 o'clock, guys.
Thanks for that, Nick. Other parts of the South are experiencing days' worth of snow instead of rain. In Texas, millions are without power, but thankfully that number is going down as crews work to get that back on. Officials say they've made progress overnight restoring power after an ice storm. Still, some are seeing outages throughout the state. They say they're not out of the woods yet and are still in very cold conditions there.
We're following the investigation, meanwhile, here at home into a double homicide in Augusta. Investigators finding an elderly couple shot dead inside their home. Richmond County deputies say 75-year-old Hilton Turner Sr. and 73-year-old Jeanette Turner were both shot at least once in their house on East Hale Street yesterday afternoon. We've asked the sheriff's office about any leads or potential suspects, but so far they haven't given us any of that info. The coroner's office says the autopsies won't be done until tomorrow or even Saturday. We'll hear much more from from neighbors coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
New details today in a shooting that happened 4 years ago at South Aiken High School. Today, a hearing was held for one of the suspects involved in the shooting, Rakesh Jenkins. Jenkins entered a guilty plea to aggravated assault, having a weapon on school property, attempted escape, conspiracy, and breaking and entering into a car. Testimony and statements were given by Aiken High's principal and a victim's mother. Jenkins also spoke apologizing for his actions. The judge is taking all into consideration before releasing a sentence.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster signing a bill into law banning most abortions in
excellence. Senator Ossoff also will meet with other soldiers to talk about the COVID-19 response. He's set to get here around 4:15, so we'll be sure to take you there live tomorrow on First at 4.
Former Senator Bob Dole is battling stage 4 lung cancer. The Republican from Kansas confirming the diagnosis, saying his first treatment is Monday. The 97-year-old served in the U.S. Senate off and on from 1969 to 1996. In a statement, Dole said, "While I certainly have some hurdles ahead, I also know that I join millions of Americans who face significant health challenges of their own." The things people will do not to wear a mask. Check it out. These two Florida men have been arrested for impersonating federal officers. Officials say they posed as U.S. Marshals to avoid a mask mandate at a beach resort. The court documents state both men flashed fake badges, said they were federal officers, and even threatened to have employees arrested. The workers called the sheriff's office, who confirmed the men's badges and ID cards were fake. Both were arrested.
The group that oversees high school athletics and activities in Georgia is endorsing a new plan. It would allow homeschooled athletes to play on their local public schools team. The bill lets students in grades 6 through 12 take part in sports or other extracurricular activities if they take at least one public school online course. The Senate committee passed the bill yesterday, sending it on to the full Senate for more debate.
Play ball. After nearly a year with no local baseball games, we'll finally be able to watch the Augusta Green Jackets. The team announced their 2021 schedule. We've got less than 3 months until the season opener coming up May 4th. The Green Jackets will take on the Columbia Fireflies at SRP Park. Right now, SRP plans to have fans at limited capacity, but they say they plan to announce more details soon. In the meantime, the team is taking applications for folks to sing the national anthem this season. All you have to do is fill out a form and attach a video singing the anthem. We've got a link to that on Wrdw.com.
Do you need a fresh dental cleaning or maybe just a free one? It won't be for a couple of months, but Augusta University's free dental cleaning applications are open now. The college is looking for patients to get free care from students looking to pass their board examinations. The free cleaning will also serve as a screening to see if you qualify for the care from students. That screening starts on May 7th. You can head over to our website for the link to sign up.
The weather has not been the best recently, but city leaders are stepping in to lend a helping hand. The May Park Community Center will be open tonight as a warming center. It will be open from 6 p.m. until 10 a.m., but they say you need to be inside by 9 o'clock tonight. It is open until Tuesday morning. This is the first step taken by Augusta's new homelessness task force.
Check this out. Artwork from students across North Augusta out on display. This is at the Arts and Heritage Center in the North Augusta Municipal Building. Today's opening day for the Student Art Show, and they're going to be open until 7 o'clock. However, if you can't catch the show today, it's going to be up through March 11th.
An emotional moment for an inspiring woman. Take a look. You might recognize these faces. On the left, the South Fulton Fire Captain, Andrea Hall. You might remember she recited and signed the Pledge of Allegiance during President Biden's inauguration. Well, on the right, a surprise guest, State Interpreter David Cowan. If you've ever seen Georgia Governor Brian Kemp speaking, not far behind him is Cowan signing. He surprised her at a celebration yesterday, honoring her. When he started interpreting her remarks, she says she was overwhelmed with emotion.
A man rescued after spending more than 30 hours stranded at sea. How a couple of men were able to turn a day of fishing into a rescue mission. That's next.
And we do have another aerial flood advisory in effect for southern portions of Allendale County. More showers as we go through this evening. That full forecast coming up.
At 800-475-6702.
Well, it was a big day for NASA. Its Perseverance rover landed safely on the red planet just about an hour or 10 minutes ago, actually, and it's going to be doing some incredible work. It's landed on the surface there, and it's going to be looking signs for ancient life on the planet. It's all going to be autonomous. The people at NASA just essentially tell it where to go, and it navigates on its own. It will be collecting samples and eventually setting up for future missions to return those samples back to Earth. So some incredible stuff out of NASA today. We're going to be cheering them on over the next couple of months, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some more pictures from the Red Planet with all of this new technology that's equipped with radar, a lot of other fun gear. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we continue watching that rover. So as far as the weather here in the CSRA, we are going to be seeing the showers come to an end, so more good news as we head toward this weekend. We do have that flash flood watch in effect from now all the way through early tomorrow morning, but again, we are going to be drying out as we get closer to this weekend, and looking nice and sunny for Saturday as well as on Sunday. Here inside Bobby Jones, we are seeing a break to some of those showers, but the map is going to be filling back in as we continue on through the next 2 hours and in through the overnight. We do have a few showers in southern portions of the CSRA. We do have a couple aerial flood advisories in effect for parts of Allendale and Screven County. That goes to about 5:30 for Screven County and 6:30 for that southern half of Allendale County, where you can see more of those showers over the next few hours. So in addition to that, we have a couple river warnings in effect for the Ogeechee as well as the southern half of the Savannah River. Those goes into the weekend and early next weekend. Western portion of the CSRA, a couple rivers are on the higher side there, but our temperatures are cold when you factor in that rain. The wind feels like temperatures are into the 30s. Our actual temperatures right around 36 degrees in Saluda, 42 in Augusta, and low 40s for the rest of the southern portions of the CSRA. Luckily, though, that severe weather threat has shifted further off to the south, but southern portions of our area, you can expect maybe a couple rumbles of thunder as we continue on through this evening. Timing this all out for you hour by hour, the showers wrapping up as we get closer to tomorrow morning. Carol out some more showers through the overnight as well, but by tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds possible, but mostly cloudy skies is going to be what most of us will end up seeing. Our temperatures tomorrow into the lower 50s. We get some more sunshine by this weekend. Our temperatures don't warm up all that much, but we are going to be seeing that sunshine throughout both Saturday as well as on Sunday. As far as how much rain we could see today, another half an inch to maybe 3/4 to near an inch in southern portions of the region. The rain chances dip as we go through parts of Saturday as well as Sunday. A slight chance for some showers on Monday, but more dry conditions expected as we go through next week. For the weekend, again, back into the 50s, and over the next 7 days, we can expect those temperatures to slowly but surely start to warm up out of the 50s and eventually into the low 60s, closer to average temperatures for the day on Monday, and we finally get above average as we get through Tuesday all the way through Thursday. Dry conditions with mostly sunny skies. Our temperatures right around 70 degrees. Our overnight temperature is going to be fluctuating a little bit, just depends on where that cloud cover sets up. Waking up Saturday morning with temperatures near freezing, as well as on Sunday morning, but warming up in the overnight as well as we get through next week with temperatures into the upper 40s, near 50 degrees, guys.
Thanks, Anthony. Some 70-degree temperatures sound pretty nice. Yeah. Well, crew members of a charter boat in Florida were at the right place at the right time on Friday.
Yeah, they were 20 miles offshore when they spotted a man perched on the tip of a submerged boat. He had been stranded for 36 hours. Ari Haight has that story.
For us to cross paths, it was just nothing short of a miracle.
You have to do it. You have to help, and that's just what we were doing.
It was a very eye-opening and horrific experience that he went through.
And one, he survived, but only because a charter boat out of Fort Pierce happened to find him. The Southern Eagle was only 20 miles out when Captain Chase Cornell spotted something on the radar.
I told the guys that maybe we found something to go fishing on. They got rods ready downstairs.
A few moments later, Cornell realized it wasn't a fish.
As we got closer, I saw the gentleman raise his hand up and start waving at me.
And the next thing you know, Chase is upstairs saying, "It's a person, like, help him, like, it's a person," you know.
And that's when I knew we weren't fishing anymore. We were actually there to rescue somebody.
Somebody perched at the very tip of a submerged boat.
Went up to the bridge, got the life ring, and threw it to him, and he jumped on it.
He was wearing a life jacket, but he was clinging to the boat.
And I'm on the bow talking to him, and got a little bit of brief information how long he had been out there, if there was others or not.
The man told them he'd been in the water for about 36 hours ever since his boat hit rough weather and capsized. He floated more than 100 miles north. And there had been others, 6 of them. They all vanished under the water.
We got to the boat and pulled him on and started taking care of him.
He was very, very weak signal. We got a bunch of fluids, food, basically anything we could do for him.
That's when they learned the man hadn't just been floating in water, but also in gasoline from the boat.
so his skin was really burned. His clothes were, soaked and drenched in gasoline.
So they cleaned him with soap and water and kept him warm until the Coast Guard got there around 45 minutes later and took him for emergency medical care. He's alive because of the people on board the Southern Eagle.
I was just kind of doing my job and was able to be in the right place at the right time, and I was just thankful to be able to do that.
Unbelievable. And the video of him just looking honestly, like he's at the moment before he's about to give up. And then here are his saviors.
I know his answers were certainly answered, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But wow, what an incredible story.
Yeah. If you feel a vacation is long overdue, you might be looking at taking a trip this summer. We'll break down which travel websites find the best deals. Coming up.
Final day.
Okay, so now that the COVID vaccine is expected to be available to everyone by the summer, a lot of people are thinking, hey, maybe it's safe to take a vacation.
That's on everyone's minds, I'm sure. Before booking a trip, you may wonder which travel website finds the best deals. Jamie Tucker takes a look and found something very interesting when it comes to those websites.
Well, if you've ever compared prices with some of the travel websites like Expedia, Travelocity, Booking.com, Orbitz, there's so many of them, you can find some good deals. But is one of these travel websites better than all the others?
To find out, I searched for condos and hotels near Destin, Florida, using the same dates, June 20th through the 26th. Travelocity and Expedia websites are almost identical. That's because they're owned by the same company, and their price is exactly the same, $2,372. Booking.com has the same room for $2,506. TripAdvisor's rate is a little less than Booking.com, $23.81, but requires a $100 plus membership that's built into the price. A Kayak boasts being most helpful for room reservations, but when I searched the same hotel and the same dates, I only found I could book through Kayak if I followed a link to another website, Agoda. The price was identical to Booking.com. That's because they're brands of the same company that owns Priceline, Kayak, Cheap Flights, and Open Table. On the other hand, Expedia owns Travelocity, Orbitz, Trivago, Hotels.com, Hotwire, and VRBO. No wonder the prices are so similar.
After all that research, I didn't find one website is overall better than all of the others. One piece of advice, though, before you book, make sure you can get a full refund if you cancel. That's important these days. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Still pays to do your homework, although it seems as though our choices are shrinking. It may seem like there are a bunch of websites, but if they're all owned by just a few companies, then it's kind of strange.
That is so important to do your research, and like you said, make sure you are able to cancel and get a refund. Same thing as far as booking a plane ticket, too. Anthony?
Always want to have backup there for sure. We're going to be watching a chance for some more showers as we continue on through this evening. Did have a couple reports of some flooding on roadways in Screven County. We'll have one more look at that forecast coming up just after the break.
Watch 1226 on your side, wherever you go.
All right, here's a look at your community calendar. It's Black History Month, and while COVID has halted a lot of the events we're used to, there are still a couple left to help celebrate. Tonight, the Augusta American Historical Society is hosting a virtual jazz concert featuring jazz artist Wycliffe Gordon and his band. The concert starts at 7. You can head to our website for the link to see that concert. Now, if you have any outdoor plans tonight, definitely want to grab that umbrella as you're heading out the door. Fortunately, though, for this weekend, we are going to be keeping things on the sunnier and drier side. Temperatures still a little bit below average, but we'll take all the sunshine we can get. So more showers just off to our south. This is going to be moving in our direction through this evening, so those showers can be filling in the map as we go through this evening. Chance for some more showers. The showers last through early tomorrow morning. We could pick up anywhere from another ½ inch to 3/4, possibly an inch in a few locations by the time all the rain is said and done as we go through the day tomorrow. But the sunshine does return for this weekend. Our temperatures between about 54 to 57 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Chance for a few showers through the day on Monday. We're going to watch some warmer temperatures later on next week, right around 70 degrees.
All right, thank you, Anthony. The news continues here, first at 5. We're back in 3 minutes.
When we say we're on your